Hello, radiant spirits. It's Feather with Feather's Ancient Wisdom coming to you on Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. This is the night of a lunar eclipse, and I just really wanted to tap into this energy today and get you guys a tarot reading instead of doing the oracle cards that I've been doing, which was coming out for every day of the week. This is going to be a generalized reading for the entire week, going back to yesterday, Monday the 16th, all the way through Sunday. We've got some flyer cards we'll set aside because we are doing a tarot reading, so we'll come back to that. And then as far as how I do tarot readings is I typically pick, if the person is not in front of me, I have them pick a number. And since today is general for everyone, and it is the lunar eclipse, and we're just going to kind of go with today's date, which is the 9 plus 1 for the 17 is 10, plus the 7 is 17, plus 2 for 2000 is 19, plus 24 is 6, so 6 plus 19, if I'm doing that right, is 25, which reduces to 7. So we're going to shuffle the cards 7 times. This is my Steampunk Tarot deck, and I like to do it manually. So I'm going to just be do 1, 2. Again, this is a general reading for everybody who comes across this video. For this momentous week, stuff's going on. Alrighty, and I believe this is 7, and if I'm off, forgive me and go with it. That's how it works. Alrighty, so this is going to be all of us in our current position right now is the Knight of Wands. Now, Knight of Wands, sorry, because it's nighttime, it's a little bit difficult to see here with getting close to the camera. The Knight of Wands, this is all about being prepared, and that's what knights are, being prepared, right? And when it comes to wands, it's all about our passion. It's all about our desire, our willpower. Okay, so this is letting us all know that we are prepared to move forward into our passion, to move forward in the life and the pathway that we want to go forward in. We have not stepped into it yet, or we may just have a little bit of a toe stepped forward. Okay, she's kind of leaning into it a little bit, but she's still a lot in the back, right? So she's kind of hesitantly moving forward. We want to be able to move forward confidently. So let's see what's getting in our way. Our cross is going to be Page of Cups. Page of Cups is all about our emotions. And when we have a page, it's all about our naivete, our new feelings, perhaps. But there's something, I'm getting chills, mega chills, that we need to release. So there's something emotional going on where you still kind of are in the infancy stage. You haven't fully either expressed that emotion and let it out. You haven't told people how you feel. That type of thing is getting in your way, okay? Or it's a very new feeling that you haven't fully sat with, you haven't meditated with, and really got to the root of why you are feeling that way. So getting in tune with our emotions and figuring out how do we get through that energetic block or emotional block is going to help us move forward fearlessly into our power, okay? So that's where we're at there. Now we're looking at our higher consciousness is Ace of Wands energy. So right in tune with our Knight of Wands. This is higher consciousness coming in and telling you, you have everything you need. Okay? You have it all within you. Your willpower, your drive, your passion. You've got everything that you've been looking for, that you think that you're without. You have it. The universe has gifted it to you. The universe wants you to acknowledge it, and they want you to fully express it. Okay? So this is definitely like you have the backing of the universe behind you. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. It is move forward confidently on your path through your passion, because the universe is telling you that's the way to go. You know it's the way to go. So trust yourself, and trust the guidance of your higher consciousness. Okay. May not have enough space here with this quartz. She's going to have to come up. Okay. Now, our subconscious, right? This is what we have buried deep down inside of us, and it's the star. Just look at that, radiant spirits, because that's you. That's every single one of us has this beautiful, radiant spirit hiding within us. Some of us are pushing it down. Some of us are refusing to express it, but it's there. And it's just like knocking. Like, please let me out. Please let me shine. Please let me express myself and be the best, amazing, most authentic version of myself. Okay, radiant spirits, it is time to own it. It is time to tap into that beautiful radiant spirit of yours and let it out. Okay, shine your brightness, your radiance, your uniqueness, and let it out, because that's what she's sitting there nagging at you in your gut. Let me out. Let me out. Whew. Alrighty. Now we're going to the past. The past is the Lovers. So this means, for those of you who have had a relationship in the past, that the universe wants you to remember that specific relationship. And you know it. When the Lovers cards comes up, you know exactly who it is. Okay? So think about that relationship. And it's a past one. Think about it. What about that relationship pertains to some emotional issue? Maybe you're not over this. Maybe there was something that occurred in this relationship that you were ignoring. It's time to deal with it so we can get it out of the way, so we can move forward into our passion, because it's time. The universe says it's time. So this is kind of what everybody's dealing with right now, is we all have a specific direction that we're wanting to go, and we're the only ones holding ourselves back. So it's time to tap in and remember, what was it about that relationship that you have yet to deal with, so you can release some emotions that you haven't dealt with. And that might be what the page part of it is the newness of it, because it's still there. It's still fresh. It's still there. Now, for those of you who have not been in a relationship in the past, you're like, how does the Lover's card pertain to me? Well, the Lover's card is also kind of symbolic of a yin and yang. Somebody else who in your sphere is your counterpart, okay? And that could be a best friend, that could be a sibling, a family member, a parent, whomever it is for you. But you'll know them, because it doesn't necessarily mean that that relationship is over, because if it's a family member or a best friend. However, there was something in the past in regards to that relationship that is all about your passion. Now, whether or not they were somebody who held you back, or is it somebody that was pushing you forward and you weren't ready and you didn't see it, but they were here telling you this whole time how amazing you are and you weren't listening? something to that effect, okay? But just think back on somebody who like is soul family level, okay? And what about them is going to help you get through this? Because it's a key. This is the key to turning this card right side up and blasting through it. Actually, I even want to put it over here. Blasting through it so we can move into our Knight of Wands energy. And then we can go into the future, which is Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is all about loving life, loving this earthly plane, loving the riches, the wealth, the material objects, the experiences of being here, right? Going out into nature, going to the movies, going out to a fine dining restaurant, dressing up in clothing. It's just like, it's just an amazing feeling when we're living our Queen of Pentacles lifestyle. I mean, just look at her. She's so opulent. She just, she's gorgeous. She knows what she wants and she gets it, right? So that's all of us. As we follow our passion, we move forward into Queen of Pentacles energy. Okay, so this is where we're all headed. Now, you're wondering, like, why have there been disturbances? Why have there been obstacles? Well, because it's all letting you know that those things are uncomfortable. You have to deal with them. That's how we move forward, right? We've got to deal with the things that we don't want to deal with. But you got to, because you got to let your star out. You got to follow your passion. It's all lining up for you, okay? I'm just going to move these guys over to the side because we're doing traditional Celtic cross. So we're going to have 4 cards outside. This is us. This is us through time. And this is us through our subconscious, conscious, higher conscious, okay? That's how Celtic cross works. And outside influences are coming up next. So don't worry. You have a friend and an ally. And that is the 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords person is somebody who may be always thinking that I'm just going to go with Chicken Little, like the world's going to end. There's somebody that's a little bit over dramatic, thinking that the world is out to get them, maybe a little bit paranoid. Somebody who just like is really focusing on these 3 swords coming at them and not acknowledging the sword that they have in their hand to do the battle. Okay. So this is somebody who's just a little bit too preoccupied on the pessimistic side. Now, just because they are that way doesn't mean that that's bad. It doesn't mean that they can't help you, right? They are your friend and ally. So whoever is like the pessimist, or let's put it real, the realist, right? There really are 3 swords above him. He's not just paranoid. So whoever this person is, they have some insight, again, to help you through this situation of getting through some emotional issues that you have, maybe some past trauma with a relationship, or to help you see your light and to truly step into your power and your divinity, okay? But don't discount them just because they seem pessimistic. They're glass half empty people. It doesn't mean that they don't know anything. They have some real insight and some value to share with you. So please listen to them and heed their advice. All right. Now, every reading comes with a warning, and this is ours. All right. This is 9 of Pentacles, and this is messages. So this is a 2-way street. Ooh, getting chills. Okay, here we go. So in a warning position, because 9 of Pentacles is messages, right? It is listening to the messages that Spirit brings you. It's listening to those synchronicities. It's listening to your gut. It's just like finding all of those patterns and really following the breadcrumbs, okay? So when we don't follow the breadcrumbs, we can be led astray and we can go the wrong direction. We can end up in the witch's oven. So I guess they did follow the breadcrumbs on that one. Anyway, the point is you don't want to discount the messages that the universe is bringing to you, because it really is working in your favor and trying to guide you in the best possible way. So if you keep seeing something come up, ask yourself, what does this really mean? If it's an animal, look it up. There's all kinds of resources online. You can look up animal meanings. You can look up number meanings. Pretty much you can like just take a dream guide and apply it to your real life if you see something as a pattern, okay? There's lots of ways to read messages if you don't feel the gut feeling or feel in tune with the message that it's providing. If you're confused in any way, don't feel bad. You're not alone. We all have these resources for a reason. The universe has provided us with the internet for a reason, and that is to have this information at our fingertips. So use it. Okay, so the other side of this is that you take things too literally, too out of the way, and you're like, because the record said to do this, now I'm going to do that. That also will get you in trouble, right? Let's not listen to records backwards and commit crimes. Let's be realistic and let's just follow synchronicities as best as we can while not going overboard and saying the universe told me to do something bad. No, the universe is not trying to harm anybody and will never have you go out of your way to harm anybody. Okay, if you're getting those kind of messages, do not listen. So that's the double-sided part of this card being in the warning position. It's either you're not listening or you're over-interpreting. Okay, be careful. Alrighty, now with our week, we have some hopes and fears on how this will go, right? I have my own, oops, sorry if I hit that mic and it hurt your ears, apologize. Okay, so we have hopes and fears on how this week is going to go. Let's get into it. King of Swords, okay? King of Swords on the hopeful side is that we have all the knowledge and the wisdom at our disposal to be able to move forward, to be able to go through this, that we can look at things from a logical perspective, right? Because we're dealing with an emotional blockage. So how do we look at it? We can analyze it, we can dissect it, we can, dive deep into symbolism, we can, talk to friends and stuff and kind of get a pool together and a poll together and figure out what is the right path to go. And then on the flip side, our fear is that we're not prepared and that we don't know and that we're not wise souls. And that is just not true because of what the cards are telling us here with higher consciousness, giving us that Ace of Wands energy for our Knight of Wands energy to move forward, and our beautiful star radiant spirits. I mean, yeah, how much more spot on can you get? Okay, so you have tools at your disposal. I mean, he's in a library, he's looking up books. What did we just talk about? Use the resources at your disposal. It's not like you can't, it's not like you're going to cheat by looking it up. That's not how it works in real life. That's how it works in, the American school system, not in real life. In real life, I had a professor in chemistry in college, and he would allow us to have everything at our disposal. Calculator, graphing calculator, programmable calculator, all of our notes, our books, references, everything, guides. He said, in the real world, you actually have all of that at your disposal. Is learning how to use it wisely, how to not waste your time going down a rabbit hole that's not going to provide you what you need to know. And yeah, there's a lot of people out there that have issues and can get distracted. We all, ADHD or no ADHD, we all go down the rabbit hole at one point or another. This is to keep yourself on task, keep yourself going the right direction. Look up the things that you need to look up because you're not alone. You are the sum of everything. Okay? So use all of your references at your disposal. whether it be online or in person. Other people are wise souls that you may come across this week that may have some words of wisdom to say. You know, something you overhear at work or in the grocery store or something, and it'll just catch your ear. And I'm like, oh, that's wisdom, that's knowledge that I needed to hear. So that's the hope for the week, is that we're actually going to get those little truth nuggets and apply it to what we know so we can move forward fearlessly. Okay. Our final outcome. Ooh, I was not supposed to shuffle, but I did. So we're shuffling. And there it is. Ace of Swords. Whew, I'm getting chills. So King of Swords, now moving on to Ace of Swords. And that is that by the end of this week, you're going to have an answer to something you've been wanting to know. Okay? The truth is going to be let out. I already feel that this week. I mean, I've followed the news. There's been a lot of truth bombs this week, but I feel like on a more personal level, not just in the, media arena, political and entertainment circles. Like, there's going to be something on a personal note that's going to come to light by the end of this week. I'm getting a little like, it's not exactly like, I don't know what this feeling is. Sorry, I just got to sit with it for just a second to really nail it, because it's not overjoy and it's not sadness. It's not just contentment, but it's just like, just acknowledgement. Like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. And then it comes to light and you're like, yes, I knew it all along, deep down in my soul. I knew it. Okay. Whew. Okay. So this is going to be the key, right? Because something's going to happen. It's going to be your truth nugget and it's going to come out by the end of the week. And I'm getting major chills and you're going to be like, oh my God, I knew it all along. This is the truth. And on your path. Move this crystal out of the way. Ooh, I love how it's like another sword right next to it. Okay. So let's get back dived into this. We are Knight of Wands energy, right? This week. We're like, do we? I don't know. Want to go on my path, but I'm not quite sure. And the universe is like, yes, you should go on that path. You have this beautiful, radiant soul that is dying to come out. You just need to express yourself. And you're like, oh, I got some emotional baggage I'm dealing with, okay? And the universe is like, hey, remember that past relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic? Remember it. How does it pertain to this emotional issue that you're going through right now? How is looking back at this relationship going to be the key? The light bulb is going to go off. That's going to release this card out of your way so you can move forward and you can step into some Queen of Pentacles energy. And that is the money, honey, okay? It's remembering, don't discount the person who may be the pessimist or realist in the group. Pay attention because they have words of wisdom. Remember to follow the signs, but don't overanalyze. Tap into all of your resources, online and in person. Listen for those truth nuggets. Know that you also have internal wisdom that you know. And then what happens by the end of the week is you really freaking know, because the universe is just going to shove it in your face and be like, bam, told you. You're going to be like, yeah, I knew that all along. And it's all going to be about this path that you're on, okay? And where your toe has been dipping. All right, so I hope this resonates with you. We're not done. Remember, there was a flyer card earlier, and it was the Emperor, okay? The Emperor is the emperor. He is the ruler of his domain, right? So this is all pertaining to something in which you want to rule, right? As we go along on our passion, this is your empire. Is this in relation to family and creating an estate? Is this in relationship to a career and starting an entrepreneurship? Is this you getting that promotion at work? Is this you being placed into a position of authority and rulership where you basically are stable? The 4 number and the emperor is stable. Look how he's seated. He's bam, he's there. There's no uprooting him. I mean, there is technically, but we're not getting into that. This is all about stability, okay? And owning it and ownership. Um, I love that for us. I love that for us. So let's own it this week, Radiant Spirits. I'm going to put this guy over here. Let's own it this week. Okay? Step into your power. Do not be afraid to really acknowledge what you have been battling with on your emotional side. Okay? Because that's the key to getting through all of this and getting to that truth nugget that you're just going to be like, oh, light bulb moment. I knew it all along. I'm on the right path. I am in harmony with the universe, and you're going the right direction. And it's going to feel really good when you have that aha moment. Okay. It's just that it's a really good feeling. It's not the like total overjoy, but it's the like, yes, I got this. So I look forward to this week for all of us, my beautiful radiant spirits. Have a beautiful, blessed week. Love and light to you all. And please remember to come back. Let me know how this week went for you in the comments below so I can hear all your beautiful stories. Thank you so much, and talk to you next week.